The boys are back. Kind of crazy. A year and some change.
Year and 3 months, I believe.
Yeah.
Last episode was September or something, I think.
Labor Day weekend last year, to be exact.
Now that you mentioned that, I vividly remember what the last episode was. I
My
think
broken
you had,
elbow.
yeah, you had just broken your elbow, and we were talking about how much fun we had that weekend. Aside from that, and everything kind of spiraled nothing spiraled out of control, honestly. But I don't know. We just stopped, I guess.
uh, Pretty much. I think we both just got I don't know. I think we started to kind of force it a little bit. And I had the whole broken elbow issue, and it was just
It
the
was a
vibes
lot.
weren't there. The vibes weren't
Yeah,
there.
yeah. We were still in the early days of COVID. I think it had been
Right.
6 months at that point. Still here, by the
Still
way.
COVID. Yeah.
Still
Still
COVID.
not
About
going anywhere.
a year and 3 months later, still very much COVID. I know we got Mr. Omicron, but yeah, it came down to what we had always talked about that we didn't want to happen, which is whenever we felt like it was being forced and it was more of a chore than it being fun, which is why we started doing this in the first place.
Exactly.
So, we just stopped. And every once in a while we would talk about bringing it back. I feel like we've had this conversation several times.
Right. No, we definitely have.
Yeah. But then it just, never happened until now. And voila.
Yep. And not much has changed. Everything's pretty much gonna be the same. Sports, talk about whatever the fuck we want. You know how it is.
We got some new twists here and there, some other developments since we were last on air, I guess. I got a dog, if
You
anyone
do have a
if
dog.
anyone
Do not
cares
wake
about
him
that.
up because he's a menace.
He is a menace. He's currently asleep, so I hope things don't get too crazy in the podcast, because if he wakes up, it's going to be a problem for me.
hundred
But
percent.
other than that, man, everything is pretty much, status quo. As you can see by my background, I'm still in the same place. You are not, however.
I am not. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I have uh fled the nest. I now live solo dolo,
very nice.
and yeah, that's where we're at with that.
Yeah. I mean, that's good. That's pretty much the only fucking major change in the past
Mm-hmm.
year and 3 months. Everything else is pretty much just gone the same, I would say. As we were talking about, COVID is still very much a thing, even though it's kind of loosened up to the point where it's,
Especially where we live.
yeah, shout out to Florida. I'm not gonna get political, but people around here don't give a fuck.
I
So
we can touch on that a little bit, but we just took a trip to New York, and wow, what a difference! The
yeah, I
way
mean,
that they handle it and the way that Florida handles it is completely different.
yeah, here in Florida, I mean, even back then, when I think by May of 2020, so a month or two removed from the beginning of COVID, uh, shit here kind of opened up, but yes and no. And people were going out.
Restaurants, yeah,
Yeah, and we had our little fucking spurt where we did Flanagan's for a month, and we were going
right.
to whatever the fuck. And we were doing that 2 months after COVID. It was very much still an issue, right?
Hmm.
Um, and then progressively things loosened up, and then here really now, I mean, I don't know about you, I still have to wear a mask at work, as I'm going in the building, but once I'm sitting down, there's really not many people in my office to begin with. Most people didn't come back, so it's chilling, but I know other people in other places, no one wears a mask anymore. um they don't require a mask in most places. The most you'll get is a little sign that says,
I would say if you're not vaccinated, we
or
recommend you wear a
it's
mask.
encouraged to wear a mask,
Yeah,
but who gives a
encouraged.
shit?
But no one's gonna stop you and be like, "Hey, if you don't put on a mask, we're gonna have to ask you to leave." No, that's not
Correct.
happening.
Correct. And luckily enough, I mean, I know you guys may be saying, "Oh, these two just don't give a fuck. They don't wear their masks and shit like that." Not true. I never got COVID. Jose never got
I
COVID.
have never, yeah.
Healthy as a fucking horse.
Yep. Your boy just got boosted up. I'm I'm good
Boosted
to
up,
go. I'm good
boosted
to
up.
go. I could
So
probably
that's
slurp COVID through a straw and be perfectly fine right now.
I wouldn't go that far. As we just came back, and then to touch back on like why we're mentioning this, because I mean most people that follow us, I guess, are from Miami or from Florida, so you know what the vibes are around here. But if you haven't been to New York, it's very strict.
Boy, is
Like
it.
so just the first instance I think of, I think our first day in New York, it was like Friday afternoon, maybe noon actually,
Yeah, we had just
and
gotten there.
yeah, and then we were hungry. We were starving actually, which makes the story that much sadder. We get to the hotel, we drop off our shit. We're like, oh, we need to go find something to eat like ASAP. So we eventually make our way to the destination, which was like 20, 30 minutes away.
Mhm.
Jose forgot his vaccine card at the hotel. So as soon as we
Right.
walked into the spot, they asked us your vaccine cards. He didn't have it, and they
Nope.
told us to get the fuck out.
Basically, they said you can't eat inside if you don't have the vaccine card.
And if you can't eat inside, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna
Yeah,
stand outside with a chicken sandwich in my hands in the
exactly,
freezing
exactly.
cold.
I
So
mean, it's something that we're not used to. So I honestly, I got to the hotel and I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go eat." Vaccine card didn't even come to mind, nothing. But no, they're serious about that shit. They will not let you in. They will not let you eat. Like everywhere you
they
go, you have to
they
show
really
it.
don't let you do shit. Like this
Yeah.
to the point where like when you're going to a bar, it's vaccine card and ID.
Yep.
Like right off the bat. If you don't have it, you're not getting in. Which is pretty
Exactly.
crazy. Because if you live in New York and you just decided that, for whatever reason you didn't want to get vaccinated, you basically can't leave your house. Or
Basically.
you have to be like plugged up, I guess. I don't know. Let's get Kyrie on at some point and ask him
Yeah,
how he's doing.
exactly.
Like what the fuck does
That's
Kyrie do
that's
all
that's
day?
the prime example right there. A guy that lives in New York, and what does he do over there? He's probably not there considering he's away from the team. But yeah,
Well, see, the thing is also I think Kyrie is from New Jersey, and I'm not sure how things are
probably
in
the
New
same.
Jersey. Probably the same.
Probably
Well,
the
point
same.
is, I'm sure when you have that kind of status and that kind of money, I don't think it matters because I mean, worst case
Yeah,
scenario, you order
no
food
one's
to your
gonna
house,
tell Kyrie to be like, "Yo,
you got to bounce.
sorry, pops."
You could always go the Antonio Brown route, and then you get a fake vaccine card,
Right, right, right.
right? Until you get caught.
Until you get caught.
A little slap on the wrist. What's 3 games
Three games,
to a
light
person of his
work.
stature? Yeah. So that's uh that's the world we live in currently. It's been about I don't know, almost 2 years.
I
Yeah,
think we're
almost
at
a
two
year,
years,
nine
right?
months. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
December 7th when we're recording this. COVID started sometime around March 10th,
sounds about right.
2019, right? Yeah, yeah. Or 2020 or 19. I don't even know what year we're in anymore. It
19,
doesn't matter. It's been like 2 years.
perhaps.
It's been
Yeah,
2 years.
it's been quite the fucking journey.
I want to say 2019. But yeah, that's kind of where we stand uh on that whole aspect of it. Not much else really.
Um, yeah, pretty much. That's what life is like right now. That's where we're at. We've been traveling quite a bit this year
Oddly enough, I think I've traveled more.
during COVID than before
Yeah.
COVID. Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
I don't know. I think it's just like what happens with like a certain point in your life where you kind of just want to travel all the fucking time. And if you're in an okay spot financially and with your home life, you can afford to do these things.
Of
So
course,
I traveled a shit ton actually. I went to Vegas, I did New York, I went to Bimini, I went to Arizona. It was part of the Vegas trip.
Houston.
We went to Houston, as shitty as that was, but
My
that's a
God,
different story. Uh, we did the cruise and we had a fucking great time on the cruise. I did another cruise. I've been all over the fucking globe in these past like year and change.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um, got another trip coming up now, so I mean it doesn't stop. I went to Tennessee, a lot of shit, Funny enough,
yeah,
it
yeah.
took a worldwide pandemic to open up my horizons.
Yeah, right. Because I feel like, let's be honest, if COVID probably never happens, you probably don't even like go
Maybe
crazy like that on the
nah.
traveling.
You're right. You're right to a certain extent. Like I liked doing like 1 or 2 trips a year, but I feel like that
One or
very
two has gone to like 4 or 5.
the very early onset of COVID was real fucking rough because I don't think no one ever experienced like being stuck in their house, and I think we talked about it in like one of the few episodes before we
Yeah.
went off. That shit was rough. So I think as soon as they opened it up, Islanders take the lead, baby. Bing bong parlay.
Oh
We're
yeah.
in. We'll touch more on that later, but yeah, like everyone's like, I don't want to be fucking stuck here. So any chance you got, you're like, I need to go somewhere, and that's what I did. Like, I
100%. Yeah.
I've taken New Year's trips. I went to fucking Bimini for a birthday, shit like that. It's just like, fuck it. You get the chance, you
Yeah,
go.
I haven't said no to a trip since all this shit fucking happened. I mean, like literally, I mean, the cruise that we're about to go on, I booked it, and then after I booked it, I was like, "Oh shit, we're going to Mexico." I didn't even look where we were going. I
Yeah,
was just
it
like, "Yeah,
doesn't.
let's go."
I'm the kind of person that if you tell me we're gonna go somewhere, I usually don't even ask where. Like when we went to New York, the whole New York trip came about. I was too drunk to even notice what I said yes to.
Yep, just
We
two
were
drunk
at
assholes.
Yeah, we were at a
We didn't
at
even
a
ask you. That's
well,
the
yeah,
thing.
that's because you guys are assholes. But we were at a friend's like pool party, birthday party kind of thing, and then all of a sudden someone's like, "Yo, cash out me or not cash out, Zell me 200 and whatever the fuck it was," and I was like, "Yeah, okay." And then I come to find out we booked the trip, hotel, flight, and we're going to New York in like a month from like after whenever that was. The logic behind not telling me, I'm not sure what it was.
The logic was that we felt like if we told you, you would say no because you've been to New York a couple times, and
Okay,
I was the only one that had never gone to New York. So we thought if we told you, you would have said, "Oh no, let's go to Chicago, whatever." But New York was the best option at the time.
New York was dope, so I
It
don't
was a
regret the
good time.
decision
It
at
was a
all.
great time
It was a great time. I wouldn't have said no. I may have tried to steer us away from New York. So yeah, you
for
guys are
sure.
probably right there.
Yeah.
But the price is way too good to pass up. It was dope. Cheeky little boys trip. Ended up meeting some friends over there. So good vibes all around. As far as trips go.
Right. Right. So you briefly brought up the oh, they went up 3-1.
Who went up 3-1?
Islanders. Wait, what? So they just scored again?
You see, I didn't catch that. I don't have that on my feed here. So
Oh wow.
also the
The
goal that the
Ducks are on the
Ducks.
board, baby.
Yeah, yeah. But if you see the goal they just scored, it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life.
The Ducks?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Also, just a brief little recap as well. Before we did a lot of like football, basketball. We are hockey guys from now on.
Oh yeah. We're
We're fucking
deep in the hockey game.
deep in the hockey game. I should have been raised in Alberta, Canada, for all I care. But this has been brought upon by our next topic, which is sports betting, something that came into our lives just a short month ago. And can we please play the piano for our beloved Hard Rock Sports app? Let's take a moment.
Recipes.
Let's take a moment here. It's a long piano. I didn't realize that
Thoughts and prayers.
when we set this up. So, beginning of November, we get a text in a group chat, and they drop in the application Hard Rock Sports app, legal Florida sports betting, and we start dipping our toes, and it's a fucking avalanche now. I wake up in the morning thinking about what I'm gonna bet on and how I can get a cheeky 5-16 parlay in there. It's a lot of fun though, honestly. Aside from responsible sports betting,
Obviously, we're not
responsible sports
degenerates
betting.
out here. We're not betting the mortgage on a fucking bet.
No, no, not at all. I
Yeah,
don't have
yeah.
that kind of free cash. I'm not liquid enough for that.
Exactly. Yeah. So no, but it's been a lot of fun, and it's made sports overall just more enjoyable. Like I thought like for example, football. I thought fantasy made like watching football fun, but
Yes,
wow, sports betting makes
and
football 10 times better.
it's something that we talked about because the couple weekends that we've gone to watch the games together, and we used to do this. We used to watch Red Zone just for our fantasy players, right? We would keep up
Mm-hmm.
with everyone, whatever the fuck, and then from November onward, when we started doing the sports betting, the fantasy came like it was like on the back burner. It was like an afterthought. Like I would be like watching a game, like I bet on this team to win, and then I would be betting against my own fantasy players. I didn't give a shit.
Yep. Yep.
I
I
didn't give
just
a fuck.
completely stopped paying attention to fantasy. I would put in a bet, and then after I put in the bet, I'm like, well, shit. That completely goes against what I want to happen in fantasy.
Right, but I
And
mean,
mind you, it's not like our fantasy league. It's not a free league. We all put up $100. Winner gets a rack. That's not
right.
that's not pocket change.
That's not chump change. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it the sports betting aspect makes it more enjoyable than the fantasy aspect to a certain degree because it's like it's instant. It's either you win right now or you lose right now. Where fantasy, you have a whole season to kind of figure it out.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, essentially, fantasy is sports betting if you think about it from
In
that
a way,
aspect.
yeah, for sure.
Um, as far as like player props and all that kind of shit, it's the same thing, just to like a more I don't even know what you say, a tempered down degree. But that happened. Like as we started getting more into the sports betting and we started, watching it more and doing this and that, we realized that fantasy had taken a back seat, which is fine. Um, and then they ripped sports betting away from us.
They
But like
did.
the degenerates we are, baby, we found another way back in. Shout out to BetUS. Or not shout out to BetUS. They're kind of shit, but whatever.
It's kind of. I mean, I don't
It'll do
wanna.
me. It'll do me,
It gets the job done for now, but they're kind. It's whatever. We need. We just need everything to open up here. I don't understand. They need to
Sure.
just open the floodgates. Let everyone come here.
I don't know what their beef is. I know it's like I don't know, some sort of monopoly thing with like the Indian reservations and the casino and this and that. And there's like a bunch of petitions going
Mm-hmm.
around. I don't give a fuck, to be completely honest with you. Let people do whatever they want. If I want to blow my mortgage on the Giants covering a 3-point spread, then let me.
Probably should not, but yeah.
Probably shouldn't, but you should let me. Let me make that decision. Let me ruin my life in peace.
All right.
Um,
So, uh, you had kind of you brought it up a little bit. The Bing Bong parlay.
the Bing
If you
Bong
don't know
parlay.
what Bing Bong is, I mean, what are you doing with your life?
You haven't been on social media for like a month or two.
Right, right, right. So the Bing Bong parlay is four New York teams. We have the Nets, we have the Knicks, we have the New York Islanders hockey team, and we have the Rangers
Hockey team.
hockey team.
And
Currently, it's not going too good. Uh, the Nets are currently down 12 to the Mavericks. Islanders are up 3-1, and we're still waiting for the Rangers game to start.
Knicks haven't started playing it,
Knicks
have
haven't
they?
started yet either.
Okay. Okay.
The
Well,
Nets,
regardless, the Nets are gonna fuck this up from the very beginning.
right, right. It's not looking good. They're down 12 to the Mavericks, who can't defend me and you if we were out there.
Well, I have
But
a mean post game, but that's neither here nor there. I've
right,
also
right, right,
haven't played
right.
basketball in at least a
Backdoor
year.
Andy, backdoor Andy.
Correct. Also, let me take this time to shit on the Nets because it's something that I absolutely love to do because they've ruined many a bet for me.
They
The
have
Nets
for you.
suck.
They do. They
Okay, and
can't beat a single good team.
the Nets are like I don't know. Their record is an abomination because it says that they're a good team, but they're not. I've watched them play a lot because I bet on them a lot, and they
Right,
fuck me every single time.
right, 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 right.
I haven't bet on them in at least 2-3 weeks because of this. I decided to join in on the Bing Bong parlay because I wasn't gonna get left out, but I fucking
It's
knew this
just
was
too
gonna
good to
happen.
pass up.
I knew this was gonna happen. The Nets suck.
No, I agree. I agree. They're 16-7. By the way, I did not know their record was that good.
You can scroll through that game log, and they
Oh, it's
may have
nothing but
beaten
bad teams. Yeah,
two good teams, maybe.
if that, if that.
If that. Every single time they play a good team, they get
They get
murked.
smacked, smacked.
Every single time. So that's nothing new there to me. I knew that was gonna happen, to be completely honest with you. But the Bing Bong Parlay also, we didn't come up with this. So
No, no, no.
the gambling community on social media is pretty active and it's a bunch of maniacs, if we're being completely honest. So someone sent this in to like Bleacher Report or something, and then they put it out there, and I guess
And everyone started hopping in on it.
everyone took it, obviously.
Everyone took it.
Everyone took it, obviously. And just if you guys want a little like inside info on some sports betting, so the more people bet on one side of the coin, I guess you could say, the higher the odds go, et cetera, et cetera. So whatever the odds were this morning for like the Knicks, the Nets, the Islanders, and the Rangers, by the time the night
Yeah, the
came,
lines started
the
to
line
move for
moved a
sure.
lot because everyone started betting on them, uh, which honestly I should have known better. I wanted to bet on the Mavericks, and I decided to just join in on the fun, and I'm gonna pay for it dearly.
I have not bet on the NBA in about a week, probably,
Well, because it's horseshit.
because the NBA might be the flukiest shit ever.
Well, no, 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 not just the NBA. Because the first week I think we bet on the NFL, like all of the underdogs won.
Well, yeah, but you see, this was our first rodeo at the sports betting, so we didn't know how it was going. But the underdogs have been cashing out the whole year.
Apparently so. Apparently so.
Yeah, and we just didn't know yet, so we're kind of fucked up on that one. But the NBA has to be the flukiest shit ever. You'll be like, this team, mortal lock, cover the spread, easy, cake. They end up losing. Not even like not covering the spread, like just
No,
losing outright.
they get bombed.
Like what the fuck, man?
There's nothing, and this has happened several times. I think you're one of the ones that has complained about it the most. That you'll put in like these mortal lock parlays. You'll get 3, 4, 5 teams going. Everything goes well, and
When
then
we
that
f- when
that
we
one
first
late game.
started, I lost like a million parlays by one leg. It was fucking crazy.
You know the funniest thing about the whole sports betting? I'm sure people are sick and tired of me talking shit on Twitter for many reasons. Number one, I don't talk about anything of substance on Twitter.
Well, someone actually told us this the other night that they were that they were happy that the sports would close, so they
This
were
is
gonna open
correct.
Twitter and see parlay this, parlay that.
Parlay this, parlay that. When am I gonna get parlayed? Am I right, boys? No
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think like 6 favorites on that one. I think people thought it was annoying. Someone did tell us that, so apparently I'm flooding the feed with just nonsense, and that's fine. Honestly, you know that's what Twitter's for. If you don't like it, fucking I don't know, mute me, block me, or something. The point being, um, when we started the sport, I think the first night the book opened up, it was Monday Night Football. I think the Chiefs were playing God knows who, and I thought shit was sweet out here. I was putting in bets left and right. Mahomes 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. I'll take some of that over here. Tyreek Hill
I
first
dabble
touchdown.
in that one.
I'll take some of that over here. I put in like a 7-team NBA parlay. I thought this shit was gonna be a fucking
The
breeze.
first day I put in an 8 teamer. 8 teamer, not knowing shit, you know? Obviously I did at the time I didn't know that wasn't the play. I was just like, yeah, these are all gonna fucking smack.
It-
I lost they all did smack. I lost it by the last leg. Fucking Calgary Flames.
right. And at that point, we were taking hockey advice from a friend of ours because we had never seen hockey. The first day the book opened up, I put a 4-team hockey parlay. I had no idea what the fuck I was watching. Okay. And my parlay got murdered. I had no shot. Um, a point being, there was a little bit of beginner's luck though, because I remember that first game, I cashed the Tyreek Hill first touchdown at like
Mhm.
plus 500 odds, which is ridiculous. Um, I think the second night, again, and this all my shitty bets now are my karma for all the shit I talked those first 2 days. Because day two of the book being open, I hit like a fucking plus 1100 17 NBA parlay, and it came down to the Lakers at like 10:30 p.m. I was up at 1 a.m. watching basketball, and it
Jesus.
smacked. Also, the Rangers just scored, so if this is ruined, it's gonna get ruined by the Nets.
Oh man.
Um, and I cashed that bet, and I was feeling like
At
I
this
was on top of the
point,
world.
I am hoping the Bing Bong parlay hits because my parlay that I put in for the night, the over on the Ducks game, no, not might, it's gonna cuck me. It's only 1-0.
Right, right. That doesn't bode well for you. Point being, I thought this shit was gonna be sweet. Turns out, no,
No,
it's
no,
not.
no.
It's not. And although those like 5, 6, 7, 18 parlays are a bunch of fun,
And then like you
that's
think
how you burn your money.
when you're first coming into it, you're just like you think, like I watched this shit. I know what I'm talking about.
You don't
No,
know
there's
shit.
so much more that goes into it.
You
There's
don't realize
so much shit that you have to like research who's playing, what this team does against the other team. Like there's so much shit.
who covers the spread, who doesn't cover the
Yes.
spread, who's playing on a
It's
back to back, how do they play on the road? Are they
yep.
coming from the West Coast to the East Coast? Like, how do they do off a
What
bye
time did
week?
their fucking plane land? Like
And the
crazy shit.
crazy part is that these
It
statistics
matters.
are out there and
Yeah,
people
yeah.
know them.
Yeah.
Like you'll go and you'll find out it's like, oh, the plane landed at 7:35 p.m. That's 2 hours later than it usually does. They're gonna be tired. Lock in the other team, and it's
Like
like,
I'll never forget someone I was listening to, I don't remember who, but someone said that it wasn't even like a crazy flight. It was like from somewhere on the West Coast to Portland. It was only like a 3-hour flight. But they were like, "Man,
oh,
I've
it's
I've
super
taken
bumpy.
I've taken that flight and it sucks." So Yeah, take Portland, and Portland
lock in the
ended up
other team.
winning, of
Yeah,
course.
it's shit like that. And it's also the most incredibly frustrating thing when you like look at a team and you're like, I watch basketball, especially with basketball. You're like, I watch basketball. I know this team has no business in hell putting up a fight. And then you'll have like the Thunder going into Brooklyn and they fucking smack them. And you're
Yup.
sitting there with your dick in your hands because you got a 10 teamer going and all the other legs smacked and the Thunder
You took
ruined you.
Nets minus 10.5. They win by 9.
Oh, brother, don't even get me started. I think that's when my hatred for the Nets started. Fucking Nets, I think I had Nets by 10, and they missed a layup on one end. 10 seconds left. There was no reason for anyone to score. Layup and one. They don't cover the spread. I almost had a fucking fit.
Yeah.
But shit, tie game. But that's
I
how my
game
betting
where?
experience. Rangers
Ah,
and
shit.
Blackhawks. That's how my betting experience started, and that's not the only bad beat. I've had several. I've had a bunch of shit go against me. Let's not forget all the shit I talked on Twitter last night about the Patriots, just to have them shit in my
Okay,
mouth.
this is another thing. This is another thing here. Uh, eh, Last night was the first time it happened to me, but it's happened to you a lot. Your hatred for teams fucking
uh,
you.
every single night.
Yeah, no. Last night was the first time it happened to me. I saw the Bills Patriots. I was like, no
There's no
fucking
way.
way.
There's no
There's no
way.
fucking way. Bills minus 3, baby. Book that shit.
Slam it.
Book that shit.
No, no,
And
not at all. Yeah.
it flopped, man. It flopped.
Let
What can you do?
Not only did it flop, but it was the most infuriating and upsetting
The most
game that
infuriating flop.
I've ever seen in my life. First of all, fuck Mac Jones. Number one.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
let me go ahead and say this right now. I mean, I don't know how biased I tried to be in the past when we talked about sports. I don't give a shit about two particular teams. Fuck the Celtics and fuck the Patriots. I don't care. I will
Hmm.
bet against them every single chance I get. Also, fuck the Warriors, but that's on a slightly different tier. I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna be biased about any of them. I'll
Warriors
be
are a
biased.
wagon, by the way.
Oh, whatever. I'll be biased about, unbiased about every other team, and I'll give my honest opinion. I know that they're better than the Heat, the Dolphins, etc., etc., etc. Two teams that will never come out of my mouth that I will say that about: the Patriots and the Celtics. It's just not gonna happen. So this year, unfortunately, I thought the Patriots were shit, and I was right for about 6 weeks.
I mean, I think there's so many people that thought that they were shit.
And I've been betting against them ever since, and every fucking week they fuck me. And they fuck me good, just like they fucked me last night. On two occasions, because they fucked me because I picked them to lose, and they fucked me because no one scored any points. Mac Jones threw the ball 3 times in an
That was
NFL
kind of
game.
your fault, though.
No.
Guy, with that weather, taking the over there was never the play.
Okay, but hear me out though. Sometimes you got to get a little contrarian, you know? Contrarian? Is that how you say that? I don't know. My logic here was that the game was going to be so sloppy that points were going to get scored, you know? I
Right.
was expecting passes in the middle of the field to get fucking breezed away to a defender's hands, pick
Mm-hmm.
six here, pick
Mm-hmm.
six there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, they ran the ball 47 times. The Bills fucking suck.
Boy,
Uh,
do they.
I don't.
Stephon Diggs letting balls hit his fucking forearm, not catching them. Crazy. Crazy.
I'm gonna put my balls on Stephon Diggs' forearms. I was on Twitter talking the most shit. I was saying Bills -3, fuck the Patriots. I saw the video of the wind. I was not discouraged. Fucking slammed me over. And what did I do? I went and I put my bet,
You see,
and I lost it all.
when I saw the video of the wind and shit, I was worried. I was like, the Bills are not built for this. They can't run the ball for shit.
And you know what? I should have known better because I have been watching the NFL for
But my
years.
bet was locked in, so of course I'm gonna still talk my shit. I was like, nah, fuck that. Bills Mafia, baby, we got this.
And I know football, man, and I know that the Bills have no run game, and I know that when there's bad weather, what wins the game? Defense and the run game. What do the Bills not have? A run game. They have no run
They
game.
had a defense.
They
I don't know
had a
what happened.
defense.
The
Well, they
last
still
3 weeks,
kind of do have a defense.
they've let people run all over them. I think it's 200 plus rushing yards the last 3 weeks.
I
Crazy.
I should have known better. But again, my pride and my ego blinded me, and it has cost me dearly because I had to sit through that entire game and suffer. Because from the moment Damian Harris ripped off that like 70-yard touchdown run, I knew
I
the
was
game was
worried.
over.
I was worried.
I knew
I
the
was
game was
like,
over.
man, this is chalked most
And the sad
likely.
part is the Bills. My over was fucked. I know that,
Yeah, yeah.
but the Bills had a chance to win that game, and they
Oh, for
fucking
sure.
threw,
And they threw.
and they threw.
Just a shit game overall. And what pisses me off is that the dick ride continues, man.
Oh
The
my
dick ride
god,
continues.
Mac Jones. You can put you know who's a system quarterback? Mac Jones. You can put me back there in the Patriots, and I could throw for 2 for 3, 19 yards.
People
I could
dare
do
say that guy is better than Tua. Fuck out of here,
no,
man.
no, 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 no. And I was all aboard the Deshaun Watson wagon, and I don't want to hear shit about that because fuck you, you know? I still think Deshaun Watson's better than Tua, sure. But
Obviously.
Tua's a good quarterback. He's proven it.
Hmm.
Mac Jones is the epitome of mid. And I know mid. I've been watching the Dolphins for many a year. I
Yeah, if
saw
anyone
Ryan
knows me, it's
Tannehill back
us.
there.
It's
I
us.
know mid, okay? Mac Jones is mid. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Fucking
I mean,
Scuba Steve.
they baby this shit out of him, man. Everything is short little dump offs, hand the ball off 20 million times. Like, whatever, man.
Also, if you think the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl, fuck you. That's not going to happen.
There's bro, if the Patriots go to the Super Bowl, I
I
will put everything on the other team. I will put it all on the other team.
Well, that's what you did last night,
Yeah, I did. I did. It
and that
didn't work
didn't
out, but
that didn't
whatever.
work out for you. I'm not gonna say what I want to say because I'm gonna say something real outlandish.
Did you see the two favorites to go to the Super Bowl?
The Buccaneers and the Patriots. No, no, over
That
my
will be
dead
the
body.
first time in my life that I root for Tom Brady.
Over my dead body. Yes, yes. Even though Tom is a likable guy now that he's no longer in New England, I don't
No,
give a
yeah,
shit.
Tom's cool people.
Go
Gotta respect
Buccaneers.
it. Gotta respect it.
Also, if you guys like football, that the Tom documentary that's airing on
Oh,
ESPN Plus,
fantastic!
real good.
New
I think this
episode
should
dropped
be
today, right? Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Fourth episode dropped today. Real good. But no, 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 no. And I'm not gonna say anything because you're gonna say that I'm biased, which I am. Fuck the Patriots. Fuck Mac Jones. They're not going to the Super Bowl. I don't give a shit what anyone says.
There's no way, man.
Matter of
There's
fact, if they go to the Super Bowl, I'm boycotting the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna watch it.
That's just not true.
I'm not. No, 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 no.
That's
I'm not
just
gonna
not
watch it.
true.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it. I don't know. I'll watch the MLS that night if it so happens to be on.
I don't think anything else will be on that night.
Yeah, you're probably right. Well, luckily for me, that's a good excuse to get drunk. So I just won't watch the game. I don't know.
All right, man. Let's get into the
Yeah, before I blow a fucking gasket
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
Mac Jones.
Let's get into the home team. The home team, the Dolphins.
We're on a heater right now. What else you want me
Okay,
to
yeah,
say?
we're
We're the
on the
best team
heater
in the
right
league.
now. But okay, let's go back. Let's go back. If we would have been doing the podcast, you would have heard both of us say this team easily a playoff team, easily 11 wins. Easily. This team should finish the season with 11 wins. That's what we would have said.
Well, shit, you're right because it's been so long since we recorded that we stopped recording at the beginning of the COVID NFL season, I
Right,
believe.
right.
We were good last year.
Yeah. 10
Yeah,
games.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
solid. But this year, I
Um,
think we both had the same thinking just
expectations.
from talking to each other, obviously not on the podcast because we weren't recording, but this team should have easily won 10, 11 games, and then they start the season 1-7.
Little tidbit. Game one, we were on the cruise actually, and we
Right.
played the aforementioned New England Patriots, and we won.
Barely won that game.
A
Barely.
win is a win, brother.
No,
And I'll,
I know, but barely won that game.
well, it just goes to show you that the Patriots are shit. We win that game. We go 1-0. I'm riding high because nothing fucking turns me on like beating the Patriots, you know. And then we went on a stinky, stinky losing streak. I think Tua got
Oh
hurt within a
boy.
couple games of that.
Tua got hurt.
Jacoby Beef Brisket is the worst quarterback.
These fucking I don't know why I thought that guy was a solid backup before coming here.
Well, because he
Because
fooled us.
wow, he
You know what he is?
sucks.
He was a secret agent sent by the Patriots. Because I
Right.
vividly remember him playing in a game as the third string Patriots quarterback. I think
Hmm.
Jimmy was the backup. That was the year that Tom was suspended. for the first 4 games.
Ah,
Jimmy was the
okay.
backup. We
Hmm.
played the Patriots like game 2 or 3. Jimmy gets hurt in the first or second quarter. Beef Brisket comes in and lights us the fuck up. So much so that Beef Brisket gets a job shortly thereafter. He gets traded to the Colts.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So that whole thing transpired.
And then he ends up becoming the starter because Andrew Luck decided to retire.
Correct.
That's crazy.
And he sucks.
He sucks.
And then
He sucks.
he comes here. I think he's from like West Palm or
He
something.
is. He is.
So he comes here as the backup. In preseason, he played fairly well. I think. I don't think anyone had any complaints. And then he got some real game action, and he is just the fucking worst. I'd I'd rather have Mike Jones, and that's saying a lot.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
that
that's
that should mean a lot to you,
don't like that. But
right?
yeah, man, this team defense was underperforming
Underperforming is an
badly.
understatement.
That's
The
I don't know
defense was
what
shit.
happened. That was our
Our bread and butter.
fucking yeah, that was our shit last year, but no,
No.
they came in this year stinking it up. And then all of a sudden we go 1-7 and then we're
In
on a
between
fucking heater now.
the 1 and 7, Dolphins Twitter was in fucking shambles.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
Everyone
Everybody
was arguing
fighting,
every week.
trade to Deshaun Watson this, Deshaun Watson that, which I was a
I,
fan
for
of.
one,
Yeah, Deshaun Watson
yeah,
makes us instant Super Bowl competitors. I don't care what you say, but
I would have picked him up at the
whatever.
airport myself.
Right, right, right.
But ultimately it didn't happen. It was nothing against Tua, as I said. I think Tua is good. It's just I think Deshaun Watson's better. Oh my god, the
What
Rangers are
happened?
down. The parlay's falling apart
Oh
right here,
my
live boys.
god.
I also picked the Ducks to win by 2, and they're up 1 right now. So that's also kind of shit.
They're gonna get another one. Don't you worry. Don't you
But
worry.
that's later. That's a problem for later. I was all aboard the Deshaun Watson bandwagon. I was getting a lot of shit for it because I
Look,
don't
man.
know. I don't know.
This is my whole thinking with the whole Tua thing, and this is even after Tua's on this fucking heater now. He's completing like 80% of his passes, like the last like what 3-4 games. He's
I
going
believe
crazy
so.
right now.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
spazzing.
yeah,
He's really
yeah.
he's not really fucking good, but he's good, and he's putting on a show behind this shit O line.
Correct.
He should not be doing what he's doing like, with this O line, but whatever. He's good, but my thing is, if you can get a guy that
That
is
we
gonna
know
make you a
is disgusting.
Super Bowl competitor right now,
You
you
do it.
fucking go get that guy. Like
You do it.
if this offseason, Aaron Rodgers is like, you know what? I want to take my talents to South Beach.
Bring it home,
Come
baby.
on down, Aaron. Come on down, pops. I'll go to fucking Wisconsin and pick you up myself. I'll do the move for you, pops. You don't
That's
have to worry
facts.
about nothing.
That's facts. Now the
But
Cardinal,
yeah, there's people on Twitter, mostly old heads, that are like,
old heads and people don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but
that
sure.
are like, oh, we gotta give to a time. Guy, fuck that.
I
I've
got
been
up top,
watching
brother.
the Dolphins for years. I
I'm
want to see
27 years
them win
old.
a Super Bowl.
I don't have many years left. Okay, I'm running out of time here. I need to
That's what
see
I'm
something.
saying.
I need to see something now. Okay, I don't have fucking 10 years. I suffered through Tannehill. I can't do this shit again. Okay.
There's no way, man. I can't. I can't. I
Uh,
need a Super Bowl.
Tua's not Tannehill. Okay, I get that. But he also hasn't shown us anything. Now he is. I'll give him that because last year we were winning games. He wasn't doing shit. Now he is. Now to be the devil's advocate here, the counter argument to the whole other quarterback thing is that no quarterback would be able to do anything with the trash bins that we have on the offensive line, which I might agree. I don't know how much of a difference an Aaron Rodgers. I mean, no, it's Aaron Rodgers. He can
Come
fucking
on.
throw up with
Come
anyone
on.
back there. You can put
Yeah.
me at offensive line,
I
and
mean,
he'd
his
probably get it
offensive
done.
line right now is kind of banged up, and look at them.
Sure, but the point there is that Tua gets hit a lot, et cetera, et cetera. Our offensive line is shit. If we can block for him a little bit, maybe he could fucking sling it downfield. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. We're winning. I'm not complaining.
Do we
But
make the
this,
playoffs? We will have to win out, like
do
just
we
win out
make
the
the
rest of the
playoffs?
year for that to even be a
No,
possibility.
no, we're not gonna make the playoffs, but we're gonna have a respectable record. And that's all. As a
Nine and
Dolphins fan,
eight,
that's all
10
I've
and
come to know.
seven. Which one?
We're 6-7 right now.
Want me to read you off the? I'll make this easy for you.
Go
Let
ahead.
me let me give you the schedule.
Give me the schedule.
I know our schedule's cake.
I know the last week of the season we play New England. I just don't know if it's at home or in
Play the
Fox.
Jets next. That
That's a
should
win.
that should
That's
be
a
a
win.
W. Play the Saints. They
That's a
have
win. The Saints
nobody.
suck.
That should be a W.
Yeah.
Play the Titans.
Uh,
That's a tough one.
where?
That is at uh at the
In Tennessee?
Titans. Yeah, in
Okay, here's
Tennessee.
the thing. Tennessee does really well as an underdog. At home, they'll probably be favored. They lay an egg. Give me the W.
And then here it is.
I won't.
The final showdown.
You know you gotta say it.
The Patriots.
In Foxborough?
No. Here.
In Miami?
In
Oh, that's
Miami.
a dub, baby. We're running the table. 10-7. We're making the playoffs. I don't need to hear anything else. That means that we go
We
on a
finally,
what?
we finally made it in the hunt graphic
Is that a
yesterday.
10-game winning streak if we pull that off?
uh
1-7, right? 9-game win streak.
9 game.
Okay. Yeah, sign me up. All right. Tennessee.
Man, if that happens,
Look,
that's
it's not beyond the realm of possibilities. But let's be
it's
quite
not.
frank.
It's not.
We could perfectly lose to the Jets. I've seen it happen many a times.
Yeah.
We could definitely lose to the Saints. I think it's a primetime game in New Orleans, even though they suck. But it's possible. Tennessee is a good team. You know how much I love Tennessee. Matter of fact, one of my biggest fuck ups in my betting transcript is when I fucking swore up and down that Tennessee was going to go into New England and beat the shit out of them. And boy, did they not. They actually lost by like 30 points. I should have known better because there was no Derrick Henry, no Julio. I think AJ Brown was hurt. I don't fucking know. It was a
I told
mistake.
you too. I remember.
Well,
I
well,
remember
yeah,
vividly telling you. I
yeah.
was like, how do you expect them to move the ball with nobody?
With my heart, I believed in my heart and my heart of hearts that they were going to win that game, and I was wrong. But that was just my hatred for the Patriots. We're gonna run the table here. I see it. I see it. 10-7. That should be enough to get in, and then we're gonna get destroyed in the first round, obviously.
Hmm.
Or maybe not. Maybe you know what? What if we're the
Does
07
10 and 7
Giants?
make it?
Yeah. What if we're the 07 Giants? You know?
We just get hot.
Yeah. What if we're the
Defense
team with
plays out of
destiny?
their mind.
Tua
Our
wins the
quarterback
Super Bowl
goes
MVP,
crazy.
and there's a statue of him right next to Don Shula and Dan Marino. That's how this season's gonna go.
I respect it. Bold, but I respect it.
Yeah. I also want to say that if this falls apart, I also told you how, which is every single game we could lose, very
You're
easily,
not. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
very easily. But I'm a ride with it. I think we can get it done. At the very least, we go 3-1 down the stretch, 9-8, respectable. Reload, head into next offseason. The draft, we need a running back. I swear to God, I want a running back round 2, round 3. Give me someone. There's a lot of people out there.
And
No
spend
more
all the
bullshit.
money on O-line.
And spend all the money on the offensive line. Yes. Also, if
Please.
you could banish Byron Jones to the Himalayas,
I don't know what they're gonna do with that guy, but
also
figure
fine by me.
something out.
That guy
Figure
sucks.
something out. And if Jesse Davis is on that fucking roster next year, I am gonna have a fucking fit. That guy sucks.
Look, there's 3 people that we can put into a crate and send them to Madagascar. Jesse Davis, Byron Jones, and Noah Egg, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Noah.
Number 9, all of them banished. Send them
My
to
God,
Madagascar.
man. You know
Do what you
what
gotta
the
do.
this is gonna transition perfectly, but I saw like the perfect it was earlier in the season, but somebody said that Noah is the KZ of the Miami Dolphins.
I dare say KZ is better than Noah because Noah hasn't shown shit. At least KZ gave us a preseason highlight tape.
Yeah, I guess not this year. Not this
No,
year.
no. Well,
He's
let's.
wow. This year was
Uh,
bad. He stunk it up in summer league, stunk it up in preseason. Guy sucks.
oh, our beloved Miami Heat. How you hurt me so.
Oh
Started off the
boy.
season 6-1, clapping cheeks.
No, better than that. We were 7-1, I believe.
I don't know. They were winning every game. Papa John's was about to go bankrupt with the 50% off. It was just nothing but smiles and sunny breezes down here in Miami.
We're
And then
already
it
thinking
all
about
fucking
planning the parade.
I already had the parade route down,
Man.
and it fell apart rather quickly. The funny thing is, it really hasn't fallen apart. I think we're like 14-8.
We're 14-10, I believe, or something like that.
but we look really bad.
I mean, unfortunately, the one thing that could go wrong for this team happened. Everybody got hurt.
Hmm. Hmm.
Everybody. Every single. I mean, Jimmy hurt his tailbone again yesterday.
Yeah, you don't want to hurt your ass.
Yeah,
That'll
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
take you out of the running for a little bit.
So who knows how long gonna be out. He's already ruled out for tomorrow's game. Bam tore a ligament in his thumb. They're saying 4 to 6 weeks, but other people are saying it's gonna be longer.
You know whose fault this is? Now that we're talking about this, it's those Serbian fucks.
Everything
This
went downhill
all
since the game.
this all went to shit as soon as Nikola Jokic, excellent player by the way, I'm a big fan of his
I
game.
love the Joker as a
But
player.
fucking A, man, everything fell apart as soon as that whole shit with Markieff Morris and all the bullshit with the Jokic brothers and this and that. If we've won like 4 games since that point, it's been too many. Everything went to shit after that. He
We
was the first
are
like major injury.
14-11, 4 seed right now.
Yuck.
Yeah. We it's gonna I think it's gonna depending, let's see how much time Jimmy misses, but he did not look good yesterday, and then he got hurt again.
Well, there was the one game that we were watching that I was like, why the fuck is he running like that? And it's
And that's
because
what happened.
that's what happened. He hurt his
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah. So um it might come down to it where unless Bam magically heals and comes back in those 4 to 6 weeks, we might be fighting for like playing spot. Like we're gonna drop to that playing area and then try to work our way back into the 4 seed.
Oh, don't say
But
that to
I don't
me.
know,
Don't say
man.
that to me.
I don't
It's
know.
really painful, the
I'm
words
not
that
saying
just
we're
came
gonna
out of
miss
your
the
mouth.
playoffs or anything, but playing spot isn't not a fucking possibility right now. It's very fucking possible, which is sad. This team should easily be a top four, maybe even a top 3 seed in the East.
Look. Obviously, everyone has to temper their expectations because we have no Bam, which is arguably our best player. We were missing Jimmy, which is like the lifeline of this fucking team.
Mm-hmm.
They're interchangeable. We can't win without either one. Without both of them, fucking A.
Wow.
You know? And to top it all off, Duncan Robinson forgot how to shoot. He's getting better, but wow, he was stinking it up to start the year.
I still don't want to say he's getting better. I
Uh,
mean,
Kyle Lowry has been pretty
another
underwhelming.
person that cannot shoot.
I don't know what the fuck is going on there. And in the beginning of the year, no one was complaining because you could see the impact he was making on the team, like the fast breaks and this and that. We're still like almost dead last in pace somehow.
Yep.
So I don't know what the fuck is he actually doing. He's not. If you're gonna ball out, this is the time, brother. There is no one there. You gotta fucking score right now because Dwayne Dedman and PJ Tucker are not gonna keep us in these games.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Let's talk about six man of the year right now, Mr. Tyler Hero.
The kid is fucking killing it, but it's not enough.
No, I know, I get
Not
that, I get
enough.
that. But wow, if there's any bright spot that we have, it's fucking
Eh,
him. He is
He's an
going
assassin.
crazy.
He's an assassin. I mean, he made that. Everyone says like in the NBA, you have that second year leap. It was unfair to expect that last year because essentially that was still like an elongated rookie season.
But that
Due to the
the
whole
whole
COVID thing.
second year shit that everyone was shitting on him last year, but like really his numbers were up. It was the efficiency was
Inefficiency.
down,
But
but
he was tired. Everyone was tired. We had just played like fucking 10 months in a
yeah,
row.
man. I don't know. I don't know. I think people were expecting like something super crazy, like to expect them to already be like that next D book. And then look, he got a full off season and now he kind of looks like the next D book.
A little bit.
He's going fucking crazy. He's gonna I mean, unless he starts too many games, he's gonna win six man of the year.
And there was a couple spots early in the year where Spo was putting him in the starting lineup. I think he's gone away from that again.
Yeah.
I think he's coming off
It,
the bench, and there people are saying put him back in because
if we wanna yeah.
every time he comes in the game, we're down like 15 points already. Um, Scrappy team, I guess. They're gonna fight PJ Tucker, Caleb Martin,
We just need to survive, man.
the Dwayne
Survive
Dedmans of the
until
world.
we get healthy.
We need to play 500 ball for the next 2 months because
Yeah.
500 ball will keep us right above that threshold. What we can't do is become the Bing Bong Knicks
Oh wow.
because they're trash spins.
Oh boy are they. Boy are they.
There's a whole Kemba thing. They fucking suck.
They don't have a
The
point guard.
the East is strong,
The
so
East is
it's a
stacked.
little concerning for the 2 months that we have to survive here.
Yeah.
Oh, the Islanders are absolutely clapping cheeks.
No, it sucks like everyone else is sucking.
Are the Nets still losing?
Let's find out.
But as
The
far as the Heat
Nets are
go,
down 10 with 2 minutes left in the third.
huh?
What's
Okay,
going on over there, man? Let me see the box score real quick.
that's fucked. As far as the Heat go, this season has been a roller coaster. I was super excited when the year started. We looked unbeatable. The Heat Twitter was planning the championship parade, and then everyone started getting hurt, which it happens. You can't do shit about that. Just like when we played the Lakers in the finals, injuries kind of derailed that little party as well. Um, we're just in survival mode until everyone gets back, specifically Bam. So at this point, don't even rush Jimmy back. Just fucking, I don't know, let him get better because we look like shit. Larry Sanders, anyone?
Is Larry trying to make a comeback?
I don't know. People on Twitter were saying that he was tweeting at us like 2 years
That
ago.
would be dope. I used to love Larry Sanders when he was in the league.
Sure, but do we need another center?
No, 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 probably
No,
not. But
no,
I'm
we
just
need not.
saying, like that. Not for us. That would just be dope overall.
Yeah, Larry Sanders is dope, but we have a lot of issues. You're not being one of them. We need some scoring. We need some points.
The menace is awake.
Oh, did he make an appearance back there somewhere?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh
I see
yeah,
his little
there he
tail.
is. Only God knows what he's doing back there.
But yeah, man. I mean, like everything seems all gloom and doom right now, but I don't know. I still think if we can just survive this team, just get us to the playoffs. If we could get to the playoffs healthy and not in the play-in, preferably
Correct.
to the playoffs healthy and not in the play-in, we can make some fucking noise. I think we're a team that can go on the road and beat teams in their fucking house. I think if we can just make the playoffs healthy, we can make noise.
I think if it comes down to that, we're at the end of the year we're staring down the barrel of like a 7 or 8 seed. I think we're looking at a potential New York Knicks situation here. And to those non-basketball historians, I'll enlighten you. I believe it was '99. There was one year that the Heat had a
Oh,
disgusting
yes,
team. We were the number one seed, and we just so happened to get matched up with the New York Knicks, who had barely snuck in the playoffs because Patrick Ewing had been hurt
and he
the
came back.
entire fucking year. He came back, and the Knicks were who the Knicks were supposed to be, which is gross. So they
Of
beat us,
course, yeah.
and the Knicks were like one of the first teams. They're like one of the few teams that have made the finals as the 8th seed, but that team was not an 8th seed. The same
No, of
thing.
course not.
That's kind of what we're looking at here. If it comes down to it, and we end up being 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever, playing shit like that, because everyone takes forever to get back. Because Bam is supposed to miss like 2 months, so we're looking at a
The Heat said
February
today
return.
4 to 6 weeks,
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
but I don't know, man.
Let's say 2 months. So we're looking at a return somewhere around February. That's like what, like the All Star break,
Hmm.
and then after the All Star break, there's like what 20 games left. That should be enough just to kind of regain the chemistry a little, maybe get some composure and make that late run to try to get out of wherever we sit at that point, which I would assume would be rather low on the
Right,
totem pole.
right. I
Uh,
mean, shit. If we find a way to survive,
right,
that's fantastic. But that's a tall task, I think.
there's a tall task
And I
indeed.
mean, of course, always Pat and Mr. Andy Ellisberg are always they're always gonna look for ways to fucking improve the team. We're always active at the deadline and shit. So who knows? I mean, who knows? Looks
I
rough right now, but I have hope.
Sure. I mean, hope is all we can have as Miami sports fan, as degenerate gamblers. All we have is hope, really, in life.
How about them Panthers though?
That's, I
Panthers are a
mean,
wagon now that we're hockey guys. We
now
know
that we're
all
hockey
about the
guys, the
Panthers.
Panthers are a fucking wagon. We got to go to a game coming up here soon. I had no idea that we had a good hockey team. I learned that in the last
Right, right.
month or so. Speaking of the Panthers, they just scored. So
Oh yeah, beautiful.
I have a bet on the Panthers, by the way.
I have them in my parlay, which is probably dead. So
Right. I did
unlucky,
not parlay them, so joke's on you.
unlucky. I do have a straight bet on. I just need the Ducks to get one more goal because I have a straight bet on that. That would be fantastic.
I too have that. I too
But
have
yeah,
that.
um, last thing I guess we can touch on. we kind of been out of the loop with the whole thing. I would say for a while because we were kind of mediocre. I think both of us just kind of stopped really paying attention to the team.
Well, you can call me what I am. I'm a fair weather fan. Whatever.
Sure, sure, sure. I mean,
I look. I
when you
don't like
know
watching
what's
shit
gonna
teams.
happen, when you know what's gonna happen every week, it's like why even bother, right?
I Not that I don't like watching shit teams, but motherfucker, my dog bit me. I'm sorry. Not that I don't like watching college football, but it was never like my first like passion. It was always like NFL football. I enjoy college football, but I enjoyed it a lot more when we're good or when
Right.
we're winning. And when we're coming out of here like every week and consistently laying an egg against garbage opponents, I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop watching. And I did so. I haven't seen a game in its entirety in a long
I
time.
watched like maybe the first two games of this year, and then I was like, nah, I can't do this.
Right. I remember the last time I remember watching like a full game. I saw some of the Eric King starts, but like the last time I was into it for real, probably when Malik Rozier was the starting quarterback, like his last year, that we were
Right.
decent.
Right.
Um, Rozier sucks. Also, I'm sorry to break it to anyone out there who thought he was good. Shit quarterback. But the whole thing with now, Manny Diaz got fired. More people crying on Twitter
Oh
about
boy,
random bullshit that no one cares
crying fucking
about.
river.
Oh, that they treated him bad. You know what fucking sucks? When you lose to FIU at home. That
Yes.
fucking sucks.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
I don't give a shit. Um, that's
Losing to
embarrassing.
FIU, losing the biggest game of the year, FSU. I mean, come on, pops.
Embarrassing.
Come on.
Fucking embarrassing. I wish the guy nothing but the best. Hope he finds another job somewhere. Bon voyage, brother. Adios. In comes the fucking wagon, Mario Cristobal.
Oh yeah.
Former lineman, uh, was currently the head coach at
And you know
Oregon.
what? What the U has done? The U has fucking backed up the Brinks truck, baby.
They I didn't think we were going to use that one. That's good. That's good.
They have
They
fucking
backed up the
poured
Brinks
in
truck,
so much money. I mean, it's about fucking time.
which they need to do because we're a private institution. They have the fucking money. This isn't FIU. We don't need to borrow shoulder pads. They fucking got the money, so spend it. They want. I don't know what it was. Did they get stuck on like the glory days and like running back on like being disgusting in the
I think
80s and
so,
90s?
right? Like they just got comfortable. I'm not sure
We've been
what
shit for the
happened.
majority of my adult life.
Yeah,
I want to say that there's some sort of curse here. After they tore down the Orange Bowl to make a stadium for the fucking sorry ass Marlins. That didn't sit well with anyone.
but there's plans to get us our own. So
Well, and again, now there's more people bitching and moaning
oh
and
my
crying all
god,
over the internet.
Gables this, Gables that, brother. Look, I
Uh,
didn't go to Gables, but I graduated from South Miami. I will personally go and give me a couple TNT. I will blow up South Miami if you want to build the stadium there.
I know a guy that happens to work in construction that will man the project himself if it means
Brother,
getting
we'll get
the
that shit
stadium.
torn down if you guys want to build the stadium there. It's just not that serious, man.
I don't know why people care so much. I don't give a shit, dude. It's just a high school, man. Who cares? Go somewhere else. You know,
But
there's
no, now
plenty.
they clarified. Apparently, they want to build it by the school, and the school will have full access to the stadium also, and blah blah blah. I don't know. We'll
Okay.
see. Hopefully that happens though. That would be dope if UM can have its own stadium. That would be fire.
I mean, that's one of the main things that the University of Miami gets made fun of for recently. It's because like
Right.
every university major program has their own stadium, and they're always packed to the brim with fans. No matter how shit a college team is, the stadiums are always full. It's the
Hmm.
college thing. Our stadium, on the other hand, not so much because it's at least 45 minutes away from the UM campus, and not everyone is willing to go all the way over there to watch mediocre products. For being
True.
honest.
True.
But yeah, I mean, I hope they build a stadium. I think that'll be dope. I think it'll help with a lot of things. I'm excited to see. I don't think they're gonna be necessarily like good like next year. I think they'll be
Um,
better.
they should be
They should put up a
better.
fight
Yeah.
because a
I
lot of
think
the you know a lot of it could be attributed to shit coaching.
it also depends. A lot of holes still to fill. We still need an offensive coordinator.
I love filling holes, so I'm all for it.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
get that. I get that. I'm with you. So
that's the current state of Miami sports in our absence. because I don't think we did the bubble run. We had the bubble run live. I think most of it. I think we the tail end of it. Actually, no,
I don't think we talked about the Heat getting to the finals or any of
no.
that.
You know why? Because when you broke your elbow on our very last episode, we had just lost game 4 to the Bucks,
You're right. You're
and that was the
right.
game I think that Giannis didn't even play.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
But turned out the Heat were a wagon, and we blew the doors off everyone
Boy,
else.
were they. Boy, were they a wagon.
Great times, great times. Bubble basketball is still my favorite period of basketball, probably ever. I'll talk about that to my probably not my kids.
I'll end it off with this. Everybody loves to talk about how the Heat are bubble frauds, bubble guppies, how they love to call us.
Bubble guppies, I haven't heard that one. That's good.
I see that one all over Twitter everywhere.
Who are the real bubble frauds?
But no one wants to talk about the shit Lakers.
And the
Those are the real
crypto.com
bubble
center.
frauds. And the fucking shit center.
Oh, the Lakers are really bad.
Boy, are they. Trade for Westbrook, by the way.
That was a
You
shit
really dig
trade.
it there, LeBron. I mean,
That was a shit trade.
I don't hate LeBron or anything, but wow, he's built quite the shit roster. Come on.
You really shit the bed with that one, Pops. Yeah, that was a bad move. Instantly, the funny thing is that as soon as the Wizards got rid of Westbrook, all of a sudden they were like the second seed in the
Oh,
East.
they're
And they were a
good.
wagon.
They're good.
Well, they started losing again now. So maybe
No,
it's,
I know, but they're gonna make the playoffs most likely.
sure. Um, and the Lakers are probably better off with everyone that they shipped out. The Westbrook thing isn't working. I don't think it was ever going to work per se. There's no spacing on that team.
No.
Anthony Davis sucks.
My favorite is Lakers fans waiting for Kendrick Nunn to come back to be a defensive force.
Well, a little something for your weak and fragile hearts. Apparently, he's not even going to come back until like 2022, which isn't that far away, I guess. But he's not coming back for a while. His ankle's fucked or something.
Right.
Also, we had Kendrick Nunn on our team for years. Let me tell you something.
The guy cannot play defense.
He's not going to save your defense. We have been bitching about perimeter defense on the Miami Heat for years because our guards couldn't defend anyone. What do you think Kendrick Nunn is going to magically do?
I just makes no sense, man. Just makes no sense.
They're
Those are the
in for a
real
rude
bubble
awakening.
frauds.
Correct.
Those are the real
No
bubble
hatred
frauds.
in my heart for the Lakers. As I said, I hate the Celtics and I hate the Patriots.
No, I don't really give
Big
a shit about the
LeBron guy,
Lakers.
except when we played them in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
But he fucked up with that one. You know, that's just not going to get it done.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's gonna pretty much do it. Just as this little intro episode. We plan on doing this once a week.
Look. If we can't do once a week,
we shouldn't do it at all.
We shouldn't do it at all.
Shouldn't do it at all.
It's just not meant to be.
Correct. This is
Run
supposed
the
to be
outro, baby.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that. Run the outro.
Nah, you got like 10 seconds. Say what you want to say.
No, that's gonna do me. We'll be back next week, I hope.
Yeah. No, we're gonna be back.